In the Rockefellers, the authorized biography by Collier and Horowitz, there's an entire chapter on Cell 16 and the radical feminists of the third wave and all of the money and support, quite a substantial amount of money and support that they got from Abby Rockefeller, who herself was a radical feminist who hated femininity, hated her own gender, and decided that the way to achieve, again, this is a Rockefeller. This is not a college professor, Marxist, a street level agitator. This is somebody from the dynasty of the most wealthy people in the United States, or one of the most wealthy, powerful families in the United States, pushing Marxism, socialism. And it reminds me that when Alex Jones did the interview years ago with Aaron Russo, that clip is on my Twitter. It's got quite a few views. If you look at it, it's just a little brief clip where Aaron Russo talks about talking to Nick Rockefeller, another member of the family. And Nick Rockefeller told him that the job of that family in regard to women's rights was to push it to the degree to where it would be recognized throughout the country, so that women would get out of the house into the workplace. That's more taxation, and it cuts down on population, because now women will not be having children. They won't be moms. They're going to be in the workforce as a slave now to their new patriarchal master, Mr. Corporation.
Yes, exactly. There's one other really important figure we should mention in this section. Her name's Alva Vanderbilt Belmont. It's quite a mouthful, and yes, she has a couple of different last names. That's because her first husband was William K. Vanderbilt. He was the grandson of Cornelius Vanderbilt and one of the founders of the Jekyll Island Club, who was the same group, this group of 6 men that met at the Jekyll Island Club in 1910 to secretly draft the legislation that would create the Federal Reserve. That was her first husband. She married 2 elite bankers. He was the first. She was granted a divorce from him, one of the first wealthy women, prominent, famous women to get a divorce. She got $320 million in today's money from that divorce, and had been having an affair with William Vanderbilt's best friend, Oliver Hazard Perry Belmont, from the Belmont banking family, which were the primary agents of the Rothschild interests in America at this time. So she got this like double inheritance. Oliver died soon after they got married, so she was one of the wealthiest women in the world, and had all these elite connections. And she decided to fund, basically almost all on her own, the National Organization for Women's Suffrage in America. She both in England and the United States, she would bail out terrorist suffragettes who would do bombings or arson fires or even assassination attempts in order to, push suffrage. She bought many of their headquarters. She funded most of the conferences. Without that money, I'm not sure that we'd see women's liberation as it's happened today. And then the other big one would be Phoebe Hearst. She is from the Hearst, media empire. She was the mother of William Randolph Hearst. And she was a member of the Baha'i faith. If you guys don't know what that is, probably one of the first big globalist. It was particularly a globalist faith. It's still around today, but not as popular. It called for a global New World Order government, a one world religion, a one world language.